So whenever I get an email and the subject line says, "not a scam," it usually ends up being a scam. And my guess is that if you were to look through your spam folder, you'd probably find a bunch of these. But I want to tell you about one not a scam email that recently grabbed my attention. It said, "My name is Chikaordery Vivian Chika Yukabi. I'm a lady of 33 years old. I live in Cameroon, Central Africa, where I was born and brought up by my parents. Please, I appeal to you for help in this my desperate condition. I have undergone several medication checkup, but no avail. They all suggested me to go to a plastic surgery to competent hospital because I have a deep and large scar on the right side of my stomach. This ugly situation was a result of the wrong medication given to me at my tender age, which caused me to have a swollen big abyss and a left deep wound on my stomach." And in case I didn't believe her, she attached pictures of the scar. For many years, I have been looking for a solution to this ugly and bitter situation I am passing through and suffering due to the pains because of the disorder of my stomach. Okay, at this point, I seriously regretted opening this depressing email. I was having a pretty good day. I didn't want to hear this. And what am I supposed to say? Any normal person would just simply ignore it. So I closed my computer and I walked away. But a day later, I could not get that image of her stomach out of my head. Was this real? Was it a scam? Was this some teenager who found this image online and was using this sad story to play with my feelings? I mean, I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I had to get to the bottom of it. So I opened up the email and I responded. "Where must you go for treatment? What is keeping you from getting there?" 2 days go by and this person responds. "Mr. Ben, many thanks for your response email. The contents were quite noted with care, which makes me very hopeful from your side over my health conditions. Following the questions asked of where I was supposed to go for the treatment, sir, I already got a doctor at Miami, Florida, precisely at Mercy Hospital. What is keeping me from getting there is a lack of funds due to the business setback my father suffered some years back that put him into bankruptcy. May the Almighty God continue to bless and inspire you in your endeavors. Chikaordery." Okay, so she's telling me there's a doctor in the United States and she needs the money to pay for the surgery. And apparently she's visited every doctor in Cameroon and they're all recommending this one guy in Miami? Really? So this makes me wonder if this is even a real doctor. Is this just a way to ask for more money? So I did a little Googling and I learned that he is a real doctor currently practicing in Miami, Florida. And apparently he's the only one that can do the surgery. But does he know that? Does he know that his name might be being used in some sympathy scam? So I called their office. They told me to email the doctor and wait to hear back. And I received an email later that night from the doctor confirming everything Chikaordery said was true.
All of it.
He had been in touch with her doctors in Cameroon. He knew the condition and he knew what kind of a surgery was needed, and he does these surgeries all the time. He told me that she actually needed 2 surgeries over the course of 4 months, and he was actually willing to do the surgeries, but the surgical center was going to cost $12,000 for each procedure. And on top of that, she's going to need a place to stay in Miami, she's going to need food, and then there's the cost of travel for her and her mother. So for everything, she's gonna need $40,000. Where does she think that we're gonna get $40,000? Does she think that I just have that laying in my couch? I wrote her and I asked where we will find that kind of money. And then she suggested a GoFundMe that I could share. And I could do a GoFundMe, but it's just not gonna work. We'd raise maybe a couple $100, and then what would I do for the other 1,000 people that are emailing me for help? If I do a GoFundMe for her, then I'm gonna have to do a GoFundMe for everybody. And then even if I do a GoFundMe, everybody's just gonna light up the comment section of my videos saying Pleasant Green is asking for money again. So I just can't do it. If you wanna make money in this world, you've gotta work for it. You've gotta fulfill a need. You've gotta create something of value that's so cool that people will give you money for it. But what was a sick woman in Cameroon going to create? I asked and I said, what are some of your skills? But she wrote back and she said not much because she had to drop out of school because of her condition that wouldn't let her sit for longer than 10 minutes in a classroom. But she did enjoy artwork like drawing and hairdressing. And I'm like, okay, let's start with drawing. Show me some of the things that you've drawn. And a week later she responded and said, "I am pleased to forward you some drawings I made after your demand. Hope it shall reach you." And these pictures were good, but what were we going to do with them? I wrote back and I said, let's make these a little more interesting. What significant events have shaped your life? What if we did drawings for those events? I wanted her to tell a story. And a week later she did what I asked, and she was able to send me pictures of her life. Her as a baby reeling in pain. Her as a young girl not being able to play with her friends. These were so heartbreaking. Why did I get myself involved in this? What was I going to do with these pictures? It was just causing me too much stress, and I had to step away. I didn't even respond. I said, this is not my burden. I have a job. I have a family. There's nothing I can do. We're never going to raise $40,000. But a couple of days later, I'm up late at night, and I have this brand new little baby of mine that I'm trying to rock to sleep. And she's being fussy and angry because she has an upset tummy. And I knew that it would go away, and I knew that this baby would eventually sleep. But as I looked at that baby, I saw Chikaordery, a 2-week-old baby with a scarred stomach. I saw a child that would grow up and never be comfortable. And it hurt me. This was a woman who was my age, and she had never had a day in her life that she wasn't in pain. And how was I supposed to ignore this? How could I not do anything? So I got to my computer and I messaged Chikaordery and I said, please add me on WhatsApp and message me when you can. I thought, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I don't know. Everything inside me says it's too much money. It's too much work. It's too much of a long shot. It's impossible. And that might all very well be true. But we're going to do it anyway.